good.
Training DC because, you know, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so I feel as though this will help me.
Is it gonna be a rematch, or are y'all still working on it, or what's the plan?
It's gonna be a rematch.
Davis. In preparation for a rematch with Lamont Roach, Davis is preparing diligently. He is determined to show everyone why he is among the finest in the game. Moving like a ninja in the ring in the center of the DMV, Davis is honing his shots.
I'm from Baltimore. He's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, you know, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
In the gym with precision, showcasing his slick moves, precise counters, and lightning-fast reflexes. Tank Davis is working hard during his sparring sessions and demonstrating his deft footwork and smooth maneuvers. He is gliding about the ring, countering with power and slipping punches with ease. Every step he takes is premeditated, and every shot is clear evidence that his speed and ring IQ are at an all-time high.
Gervonta Davis, the gymnast.
Davis is training like a man on a mission to bring that same enthusiasm to the rematch, and he is throwing strong punches against the sandbag with each shot full of aggression and desire. Each hit demonstrates his focus. He is prepared to rule and establish his superiority.
Oh, stop closing up. Gotta let it go. Keep turning, step around. Keep turning.
Once more, Teddy Atlas, a well-known boxing expert, has given Tank for his remarkable poise in the ring. He observes that Davis never rushes or allows annoyance to impact his performance. Instead, he remains composed, observes his opponent, and waits for the ideal opportunity to attack. Davis is a special force in boxing, since power punchers rarely exhibit this level of patience. Teddy Atlas has referred to Davis as a complete fighter, highlighting his versatility. Davis's approach is unpredictable, making it difficult for opponents to prepare for him. He can box at various ranges, counterpunch skillfully, and unleash knockout power when necessary.
He's going to try to get to us, but we're going to frustrate him. He doesn't get frustrated. He takes his time. He's deliberate. You know, a lot of times at the beginning, people thought he was just a seek and destroy missile. They thought he was just a guy that got to you. And they thought that he would get over anxious. He don't get over anxious. He takes his time. He slowly closes those gaps, you know, inch by inch, step by step, and then he gets to you.
Teddy Atlas explains that Davis's style is about gradual control. He doesn't overwhelm opponents from the start, but takes his time slowly breaking them down. He's not reckless. Instead, he calculates every move carefully before delivering the final blow.
He can set traps. He can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy. He can do it all, and he can figure it out on the fly with the cerebral part I'm talking about, right? And he's at his prime. See, that's the key. That's the part you got to put in there. He's at his prime.
Atlas believes that Davis is one of the best all-around fighters in boxing today because he has demonstrated that he can change his game. plan depending on the opponent. If he needs to apply pressure, he can do that. If he needs to box on the outside, he can do that as well. Atlas thinks Davis is at his peak physically and mentally at this point in his career, with the experience, confidence, and skill set to demolish any fighter in his class. His power and patience make him dangerous in any battle. His battles have demonstrated that he is a complete fighter who can adjust to any circumstance, not merely a knockout artist. Davis takes his training very seriously and frequently includes late-night sessions in his regimen.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love that. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of our time.
Because he feels that doing so increases his stamina and gets him ready for battle. He works on his movement, strength, and accuracy to make sure he is in peak form by fight night. His tremendous strikes reverberate throughout the gym, reminding everyone of the knockout power he possesses.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It all depends what fits you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I'll run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night. Or I run. And that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. Like, it's hard for me to go outside. So I just be in the gym and home.
For a very, very big moment, what is your normal day-to-day like at this time of a camp?
I'm also a night person, but I might go to sleep probably around like 3 to 4. Probably wake up probably like 11, get my run in, and then eat, probably lay back down, and then wake up probably like 6 or 7, get my night workout in.
Damn, so you're doing 2-a-days at this point, running in.
His bag work is intense, with each punch bringing force and precision. Knowing that Lamont Roach has studied his style, Davis is making every effort to improve his timing and accuracy in preparation for his rematch with Roach. The rematch is personal for Davis, who wants to demonstrate that he is the better fighter. Roach has confirmed that the rematch will take place, and this time he is more determined than ever because he feels he was cheated in their first fight and is prepared to make a statement. Despite increasing his weight, Roach is certain that he can manage Davis's strength, and his training camp is concentrated on correcting the errors from their previous meeting. Boxing is all about timing, so a rematch later this year would keep fans interested and capitalize on the excitement surrounding their first fight. He has researched Davis's weaknesses and plans to take advantage of them. He is not intimidated and believes he can pull off the upset in their rematch.
I don't know what the just happened. You're a referee. Y'all big as you should have seen what the going on. Why I would have, if I'm in the corner, I'm erratic in between rounds. What was your feeling in between rounds when you seen that?
We was going off. My assistant coach, Ben Johnson, he was going off on him. Hey Steve, the fuck wrong with you? He was cursing him out and everything. He was like, that was a fucking down.
Yeah,
he just stood off and waved us off, and he was like,
yeah, because for me, one person would have been having to deal with Lamont, and the other nigga been the whole
yeah,
60
that's how it was.
seconds.
I was dealing with him, and my man Ben was dealing with the rough.
Right.
We got his attention along with the low blows as well. I was like, how many low blows you gonna let us hit us with before you take a point? And then he finally warned him like in the 11th round.
That's crazy. Is there anybody in boxing media or media in general, because nobody picked you guys to win at all? Nobody. I mean, I seen you guys go on promotional tours from whether it was boxing podcast to the Breakfast Club. Nobody picked you guys to win. Like, when you get a second, you grab me a water. Sorry. And is there anybody that you got, I know because it's more than one person, but is there anybody, thank you, that you took personal out of all the interviews that you did? Is it one or two people or three people that you be like, this right here, everybody else, but I want to prove this one person wrong?
It's not necessarily that I wanted to prove them wrong, so I wanted everybody to shut the for real. Yeah. Like, but I already said it. Two-Tone, the big bald that got the beard that talked to everybody. Two-Tone, the Showbiz. He already apologized to both of them. Apologized though,
right?
But they were dead wrong. They was dead. And I don't know if y'all know him or y'all familiar with him, but this one Southpaw TV, he be in my DMs.
Both fighters and their teams are pushing for the rematch to happen as soon as possible because the controversy surrounding the first fight has kept the rivalry heated, and delaying the rematch would kill the momentum. Adult boxing commentator Showbiz has noted that Roach's first fight experience will benefit him in the rematch since he now knows what to anticipate from Davis and can modify his approach appropriately. Roach has taken the time to examine Davis's tendencies.
You train 6 weeks before the fight, and Floyd Mayweather messed these boxers up thinking that they can only train 6 weeks before the fight and then they'll be good. Y'all remember when Floyd said that? Give me 6 weeks, I'll beat him. And all these fighters adapted to that. Give me 6 weeks, I'll beat them. Only one that haven't adapted to it, I have to give them props where props is due, is Terrence Crawford.
He is figuring out how to counter Davis's strength and movement because he knows that Davis's strategy allows him to get ready for certain combat situations. Many boxing fans think that Roach was cheated in the first bout. Others think he outboxed Davis and ought to have won. Referee Steve Willis was criticized for his calls in the first fight. Many believe he made calls that favored Davis.
Y'all explain to me how the hell that wasn't a knockdown. That was a knockdown, period. He took a knee for the break. That's a knockdown. You can't pump fake a knockdown. Everybody would be pump faking knockdowns. Y'all gonna be like, Tank was smart for that. You can't take a knee, pump fake a knockdown, and then walk to your corner in the middle of the round and scream for a towel, and they wipe you down, and there's gonna be y'all saying some disgusting shit. Y'all gonna be like, yeah, Tank can do what he wants, because Tank, yo, hey, listen, we ain't got that kind of time, dog. You can't do that, bruh. If any part of your body other than your feet touch the canvas following a landed shot, is a knockdown. Who is fixing the fights now? Oh, shit.
If Devin your God, y'all gotta pay me now. I gotta get the knockout. If not, y'all gonna give it to him.
Who is fixing the fights now?
Leading to an unfair outcome. Fans and analysts are calling for fair officiating in the rematch, demanding a neutral referee who will ensure the fight is decided solely on skill and performance rather than bias.
This is a secret Lamont Roach knows. Tank can go get you if you're running away, because Tank is very good at knowing the distance where he has most leverage on his punches. If you think about Mike Tyson is strange to say, but he wasn't great with his power when he was very close on the inside. Mike Tyson was a mid-range puncher. That's why Mike Tyson could go in from a distance and step in and knock you out. But when y'all close, Mike Tyson didn't really have all his power in there. Neither does Tank. So if you're backing up, Tank can go get you. Other than that, Tank has to counter you. That's how Tank knocked out Rody. That's how Tank knocked out Ryan Garcia. That's how Tank hurt Mario Barrios and started that shit, that snowball. That's how Tank knocked out Leo Santa Cruz. That's why Tank talks so much. He needs you punching.
After Davis made unexpected explanations during the first fight, such as blaming his hairstylist for getting oil in his eyes, Fans found this odd and interpreted it as an attempt to explain his lackluster performance.
You know, obviously the part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially, just like the grease in the eye? But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before
you jabbed him.
Before I jabbed him. Even that right hand that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then, right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like, it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say, it's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you could see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So,
right.
But you say you don't think he willing though.
Whatever. See, but who cares? Like, sweat gonna get in your eye, blood gonna get in your eye.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Spit fuck around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But you, it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on,
Take no
ref.
time out.
You can't do that.
Right. Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, he can't do the next fight.
Right.
No.
Pops, it's a no?
Hell no.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
Yeah. You know how many Coach Ben on him, man. He lucky he ain't running Coach Ben after that fight.
But look how many times he fucked the fight up though.
Right.
The knee, him going to the corner to get assistance, like, who knows? Not saying that they did any cheating shit or nothing like that. But like, he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that.
Right.
That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref gonna be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's off.
Since then, the camp for Roach has publicly said that they do not want Willis to officiate their rematch. Many fans took issue with Davis's justifications, believing that he was denying Roach credit for his performance. They also questioned Davis's mindset going into the rematch.
We got to talk about it. So Tank officially came out and says that he wants to put this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, Lamont Roach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. So many people to fight. Lamont Roach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. There was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was going to look at that and be like, I don't want her to braid my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out and publicly made multiple claims on all his receipts that no one needed, no one asked for, saying, oh, this had no grease or oil in it. No one cares. No one cares. Nobody even believes it. Sometimes it's best to remain quiet. But you guys let me know in the comments. Should she have remained quiet, or should she did what she did, which is spoke up? You let me know.
As they had anticipated that Davis would defeat Roach, given that Roach had moved up in weight. Instead, Roach held his own and made the fight fiercely competitive, which has increased the excitement for their match.
Nobody, and I repeat, nobody likes ties in a damn boxing fight, bro. A tie? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like round 8 or 9, that was going crazy. Like, it was back and forth and everything, but like, come on now, stop it. Stop. Davis was supposed to get that fight, bro. He was supposed to win, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, who's ever in charge, bro, if it ends in a tie, y'all are going to immediately fight until somebody gets knocked out. Simple as that. Whoever falls first loses. It is that simple, bro. It is that simple. Because if they do a rematch, And this Lambert in this fight is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So you might as well fight immediately right after that. Like what are we doing? A tie? Cap. I call cap.
That concludes today's video. Stay tuned until the next one.